imagine being drunk and seeing them at tacos and tamales.
I can't handle it.
I couldn't handle it either. I was like, and I'm there with my parents, so it's not like
God.
I was there with my girlfriends and I could turn around and talk shit with them.
1, 2, 3, 4. Stand up, girl.
Not break the microphone.
Hey, what's up? I'm MJ.
And I'm Bree.
And we're just a couple of Vegas girls.
Living the not so Vegas life.
Yeah, but we're not regular Vegas girls.
We're cool Vegas girls. Kinda.
And this is the Keeping It Casual podcast,
Where we talk about everything and nothing all at once. Let's do it.
I like when you sang it out.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I love that stupid movie.
Should we start off with running into an ex?
Because I ran into 2 of them and haven't talked about it yet?
I had to pop up a face.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's kick it off. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
And a hello, good evening.
Ba-da-ba, what's going on?
Just drinking alcohol.
Let's start it off with a cheers.
Cheers!
From our fabulous custom glasses from Sassy Cassie Creations.
Yes.
Follow her on Instagram, you guys. She does some really cool swag, and she does all the cool sayings.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing
and
the
I think
red
she
wine.
does customized stuff for you too,
Anything,
doesn't she? Yeah.
anything custom. She got you, all right. And Bree has the cool cup.
A little tumbler with a delicious. I keep wanting to call it a mojito, but it's not.
I know, right?
A Moscow mule
with a little tangerine,
a little bit of vodka, a little bit of ginger beer, and a whole lot of delish.
It's missing the mint though. That's what I realized I'm missing in my Moscow mules.
I don't know. It's good, and it's getting me drunk, so that's all that matters.
You got it. I brought it up. So I've seen you, but like when we have a guest, I feel like we miss out on so much.
Of catching up, and then we have to hold it in because we're we gotta save it for the podcast. So I went to you went to it too, but we just didn't go at the same time.
Yeah.
The Tamales and Tacos Festival. I keep wanting to call it Tequila and Tacos.
That's what I kept calling it. We're going to Tacos and Tequilas. Chris kept going tamales, and I'm like, but I love tamales so much too. But obviously tequila more.
Yes, I kept calling it Tacos and Tequila or Tamales and Tequila. Apparently, my mind was on food and tequila, not just food.
Oh yes, I did get the most delicious michelada. I did have to represent.
God, that weekend all I did was drink and eat.
I got a wicked farmer's tan, yo. I was like, what is this?
I was drinking tequila. I got a margarita, and then I ran into somebody who gave me their wristband to get into the mojito and tequila area, mojito and margarita.
Oh, yeah. That
gave me the little cup, and I was like, I'm going to drink all this.
And who was that?
No, that was just somebody else.
Oh.
But I did run into 2 exes.
I think we both were like had a quick like weird. You ran into them, and I had a weird just 2 exes popped up in my life as well. So yeah, yeah.
One isn't really an ex. We went on 3 dates, but it's easier to just say an ex than to.
Well, yeah, but still, somebody you were like, we had a thing.
Yeah, I had two things I ran into. One, yeah, like he and I are still cool. Like we can see each other, we can chat. It's fine. Like no hard feelings between the 2 of us. At least I don't think so. No hard feelings on my end, at least.
You never know. But so it wasn't like serious exes that.
One was. One I had dated for a while, and then when we went to sleep together, just something went wrong. And no, it wasn't a man thong. And no, I'm not going to admit to what it was. And no.
Okay. We'll just leave it at that.
Then I ran into him and his girlfriend and their child.
Oh, man. How crazy is that to run into an ex and they've got, like, I always kind of think of that. I always think of, like, what if I was to run in, like, my ex and, like, their new family? Like,
You have.
No.
When the one guy almost, Mr. Marilyn Monroe almost moved in. You almost moved in next door to him.
That's funny because that's the ex that I kind of I ran into everybody on Facebook, because I hate Facebook. I just don't like it.
She doesn't log into it ever.
I don't. I filter everything. It funnels through Instagram. Every once in a while I'll go on there. So like I haven't even looked at it since my birthday. Yeah. So everybody that sends me birthday shouts on Facebook, I appreciate it. But if you didn't text me, I probably didn't know. So all of a sudden I was like, wow, I got a lot of notifications. I was kind of checking back. Ex from prison sent me like, happy birthday. I was like, oh shit, what's up? I was like, and usually I give
everybody... That started back to like episode 1 because you were like, do I tell Chris?
Dude, I know, right? And it was so funny because I was just, I give everybody little hearts instead of the like. I like to give the heart because it's all love. And I was about to hit the heart and I was like, nope, no mixed signals. should I even like it? Like, no, acknowledge it because there's still like 100 and something messages that I didn't check. So I don't know. I might just get a like. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. And then it was like one of those like 8 years ago you were doing this, and it popped up with another episode would stop you dead in your tracks.
Yeah.
What was that, epised 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the lazy fucker. But yeah, it was like popped up. It was like, yeah, we're going to this party with so and so, and I was like, oh god, 2 in a row. I remember texting Bree.
Well,
like,
imagine being drunk and seeing them at tacos and tacos and tamales.
I can't handle it.
I couldn't handle it either. I was like, and I'm there with my parents, so it's not like I was there
God.
with my girlfriends and I could turn around and talk shit with them.
Oh.
I was there with my parents, and I was like, oh god.
So did you say hi to him?
I said hi to both of them said hi to me.
Okay, so what about the one with the new wife and the baby?
New girlfriend and baby. He walked up. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, hi."
Did you like?
And then he was like, "This is my girlfriend. This is our baby." And I was
Cool.
like, "Well, congratulations."
And she's like, "And who is this?"
yeah, right. She's like, "Who's this bitch?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Hi, I'm." Well, I introduced myself to her. I was like, "Hi, I'm Bree," and I didn't explain like, "Oh,
I'm Bree from the Keeping Casual podcast.
Yeah, you like podcasts?
Fucking was so hot that day because I wanted to wear my hoodie with the logo on the back. That would have been free advertising.
No, it was so warm. It was so
Too
nice,
hot.
dude. I loved it. Like I got there at like 4. I brought my dog with me. He was a little shithead though. He thought he was gonna fight every other dog, and I was like, I'm not bringing you anywhere anymore. Like I brought the Pomeranian, the Husky. She doesn't go anywhere just because she doesn't behave very well. She's in doggy boot camp right now, and I swear to you, she is like a dropout. She's gonna drop out of doggy.
Oh no, they're giving up.
No, they're
given
not
up
giving
on
up.
her?
They're not giving up on her. They were like, we're gonna have to take her a few nights overnight. The trainers are.
Wow.
They're like, because she's a very naughty girl, and I was like, trust me, I know. I live with her.
Wow.
That's my Husky. She's a naughty girl and doesn't listen to anybody.
We want some feedback of like a good story where you ran into an ex and it was just super awkward. Like,
And I just
spill it.
I keep running into exes. Like I ran into you know what? I was redeemed because one of the one I did run into. Remember, like I think we were talking about in Jamie's episode.
Okay.
Where I was like, man, I looked like shit because I was hungover.
Yes.
Yeah. So I saw him at Tacos and Tamales, not tequila.
It has a better ring.
Tacos and Tamales.
We'll start that event, guys. We'll make it happen.
It's already sold out. It's already. So. Tacos and tequila, tamales, whatever. Fucking A. I was at something.
It's a free event at a big old park.
At Sunset Park, and there's, food everywhere and alcohol, and it's delightful. It just
drew in everybody.
It was delightful. There were children there. There was lucha libre fights. I was just very happy.
Yeah, the fighters with the little mask.
Yeah.
I'd love to put Logan in one of those. He gave him a high five. He looked at him with the biggest eyes. He was like, oh, is this guy going to eat me? Or maybe Logan wanted to eat him. I don't know.
We're not sure. We're not sure where we're going with that. So I ran into the one who I looked like shit with, and I was like, I looked cute that day. So I was like, redeemed myself.
Oh, that feels good.
Yes, redemption right there.
That's one of those days you're like, I'm never going to work without makeup on again. Like, oh.
Well, I had makeup on. I just had very light makeup on, and when you've been out all night, it doesn't matter. You could put all the makeup on you want, and you're still going to look like shit.
You feel like your skin is just not smooth. It just looks like you've smoked like a pack of cigarettes, and
It
you don't even
does.
smoke.
It does. Like like if I'm tired, my makeup will get weirdly cakey. I don't know why.
Yeah, because you're dehydrated.
Yeah. And then I didn't do my hair that day, but I looked cute the day of tacos and tamales.
The event is clearly mislabeled, so we have to fix it because it's
clearly I don't know. Clearly I like tacos and tequila. And I like tamales too. So I'll do tequila and tamales.
I want it all.
Tacos, tamales, and tequila.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Tamales are such a bitch to make. That's why it's like when you find some place that's just like hooking it up, you're like, I'm there.
Fuck yeah.
I don't have like 12 uncles to make this in the kitchen with me for one day all day.
No, I don't like. You know what? Cardenas, the store.
Yeah.
They make really good homemade tamales.
Okay, good to know.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
And they make the chili and cheese kind.
Oh,
which is my favorite.
I've never.
It's green chili and cheese.
Oh, yum! I like the beef because I don't like the chickens too dry.
The chicken's too dry. I can do pork, but I like the green chili and cheese. You just got to find them at the right time.
I've had it before with a little bit of carrot and potato in it.
I've had. I had an old coworker who used to make homemade tamales, and she would always make them around Thanksgiving, and she always made like around Thanksgiving she'd make pumpkin butter and pumpkin pie with fresh pumpkin.
Oh, yum.
Yeah. But she would make pumpkin pie tamales, like, because you know how they have the dessert tamales too, like the strawberries and stuff.
Yes.
She made pumpkin pie tamales, and yes, it sounds weird, but it was heaven.
This episode's just going to be called Tamales.
Can somebody feed your co-host, please? Because apparently we're drinking and don't know how to eat. So yeah, we did that.
Oh God, what else has been going down? Also, thanks to Fanya for like giving us Pole Fitness Studio to have our very first Keeping It Casual podcast.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah!
Tickets are $15, guys. It's super cheap, and plus we're gonna have a really fun after party at the Palms. We can like walk our half drunk asses across the street and enjoy the Palms after the show.
MJ and I are gonna be sober at the show, so after the show you can buy us shots.
Yes. Absolutely.
And I got to give it up to Brittney and Justine from It's About Damn Crime. I love them.
Our favorite true crime podcast.
Yes.
From right here in Las Vegas.
Our podcast besties. They shouted us out at the top of their show this past week.
And they ain't got time to talk about our bullshit. They're talking about real life crime and murders and stuff. And we're like over here talking about dildos and what to put in your butt.
Yeah, but they were like, you know, you could come and get advice about your relationship or sex or, you know, more sex. And I was like, I love you girls so much. There was a line in the episode that they put out this week, and I texted Justine about it because it was so just like a regular thing, but it was the way she said it. I legit spit water out of my nose. Like, it shot out of my nose. I was driving in my car and I was drinking a bottle of water, and it was so funny because they were talking about, in the story there was something about an aunt that came up, and Brittney was telling the story about how she has an aunt who's a year younger than her and an aunt that's just a year older than her, and Justine goes, yeah, all my aunts are appropriate aunt age. I was just
I know.
I was like, you guys need merch that says that. I will wear it.
Oh my God. I know. You got to take
appropriate aunt age.
Getting one for my sister.
Yes. If you haven't checked them out, they were on our Halloween episode. Please go listen to them. They are our podcast besties.
This is Halloween. They're actually going to be at the live show too. So if you listen to both of us, then you get to meet them. There'll be a special VIP meet and greet.
Yes.
We might even have some fun podcasters coming from LA too. So, but
Chris Kim.
You better get down here. Faces and aces. So, but it's going to be a fun night. We really want you guys to come. We want to make friends with everybody. We've got some custom swag that we're going to be giving out at the show. We're going to be calling people up to be on the show.
Yes. So we want to thank you to Sassy Cassie Creations for the swag, and to Some Weird Tees.
Yes, Lauren. Shout out to Lauren.
Shout out to Lauren. She made our stuff for last month, and so cool.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She does like go check out her stuff because she does it all. Like, she draws it and then she puts it on the computer and then she like turns it into, like, she's an artist, so she like will sketch it out first.
Yeah, she's really cool, and she's a self-starting businesswoman, entrepreneur. You know, we always want to push these businesses. Same with Sassy Cassie Creations.
Yes.
You know, these girls are like just trying to do their own thing so they can live their best life instead of doing other people's bullshit at work.
We have a really cool female entrepreneur coming up in a future episode.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm so excited about, and I'm not going to say anything else other than be excited to hear this story.
Yeah, and it'll drop before the live show, so just a couple stops away.
Yes.
So what else were we going on? Okay, so we got talking about something the other day.
The Kardashians.
The audacity, right? Like, the ridiculousness. We all hate to love them. Like,
I love them.
I was watching an episode and Kim went, yes, I've been watching Kardashians because Total Bellas ended, and that was
no shame.
Those are my power girls. Like,
no shame.
I love
no shame. The Kardashians are
divas.
amazing. I love them.
Well, like, I'm sitting here watching like Kim give Khloe like all these baby clothes, and she's like, "It's Givenchy," and she goes, "Oh my God, Givenchy leggings for the baby," and I'm like, "You bitches!" And I'm like, you know who's paying for these Givenchy baby leggings? We are, because we feed into their bullshit. We watch their show, and we are creating this. But and it got me thinking, like, you know how when you want to do something and you get held back from doing it because you get too worried about what other people think?
Yeah.
Because are we judging Kardashians? Are we talking shit about them? Yes, we are.
No.
Every day.
I don't. I love them. I'm like, will you guys adopt me? Can I be a part of the family?
But we can find little things to pick apart. We're like,
I mean,
I don't do that, so I'm better. Or, you know, it's just.
I mean, Kylie's looking for a new best friend, so I'm in the running up, right?
They've all been so backstabbed too. But
I won't fuck any of their boyfriends.
No, I would never fuck anybody. Never have I ever. Ugh.
fucked anybody's boyfriend except your own.
Yeah, unless she was done with him.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, not all women show me that respect.
Oh, fuck the garbage. But
yeah.
Okay, but what I was thinking is, it's like these girls, no matter what, they're putting their shit out there, and they don't care what anybody thinks. I'm sure we all do, but it's like, has anything kind of stopped you from doing things when you care too much what people think, and you get in your head? And all of a sudden you're like, when things hold you back, when you're trying to get things done.
So many things. So many times. I feel like even this is a good thing. When I worked in long-term care, my boss would always feed into me like, you need to be careful about what you post on social media because of where you work. Like my social media had nothing to do with my coworkers, and I had this is fun. This is actually an interesting story. I had gotten some photos done.
Oh, yeah, the sexy boudoir photos.
But these were old. This was years ago. Popo.
Not in our neighborhood. This is a far off distance. No true crime popping up on this episode. Yet.
Wouldn't it be funny if we were doing an episode with Brittney and Justine and then, like, true crime just went down? Sorry, I'm going to get to my story, but I really want to talk about this. I just want to just keep appreciating Brittney and Justine.
Oh, we do.
And Scott, you're cool too.
You cool as hell, brother.
You cool. But anyways, so my old boss, I had got some boudoir shoots done. This was years ago. This was like back in like 2014, 2015.
She was like 10. I mean, who cares? No kidding.
Right? Exactly. I'm only 15 now.
Oh, but she's like, this is not appropriate.
Well, yeah, she was like, if you're going to say that you work for the company, you might want to change your display or take the job off of, like, because I had to, like, and the picture didn't show anything. It was me in like a fedora, and there was a lot of cleavage, and I was like tipped back and laughing. I'm gonna post the photo on the Instagram. But why would your job dictate how you do social media unless you're like a social media marketing somebody?
Exactly. Some jobs I get it, but like I don't think the residents in your long-term care facility are looking at.
None of them had Facebook fucking pages.
Maybe they're on Facebook. That's what they call internet for old people.
No, none of them did. They weren't allowed to have Facebook pages.
Aww.
Facebook was blocked from all the internet and Wi-Fi and everything. They weren't allowed to.
So this is kind of like a personal.
It was just her being cunty, trying to. It's like that woman tried to control everything about my life. I remember the first Life is Beautiful.
You're like, I am not the brand ambassador for this long-term care facility.
Right?
Okay?
If I took pictures with the logo of the company. And my fucking, like, old polo shirt, like, ripped out and my titties hanging out, that'd be one thing.
Could you imagine?
Oh, God.
Come see me. Like, what message are you sending? I think you know.
Fucking A. I made $10 an hour at that job. Like, what the fuck, man? Bullshit. Anyways, I will never forget this. The first Life is Beautiful, when we first had the first Life is Beautiful, I was so excited for it, and I wanted to go so bad. And she was like, I remember the day tickets went on sale. I was off that day, and she texted me. She was like, you should hold off on buying your tickets for that weekend because we might have an event that weekend.
Wow. What did you post? Something like, I'm excited for Life is Beautiful?
No, I was like talking about it. I was like, oh my God, there's this new festival coming in. Like, we lost Vegas, so there's this new festival starting, and it's like music is beautiful and food is beautiful and art is beautiful. There's going to be art installations. There's going to be all these chefs, and it's like, and I was so excited. The first year, I remember.
Shut it down. She's like, you know what? You might be working in 3 months from now that weekend, so let's not.
I remember the lineup for the first one was really good. Was that the year the Killers played? Was it Imagine Dragons?
It was Imagine Dragons. They had a big listening surprise party.
And Brandon Flowers performed that year, too. I know Brandon Flowers performed one year.
Did he?
He performed 1 year, and then he was like, the Killers aren't going to perform, and then the Killers came out with him.
I have the poster in my garage.
Damn. Okay, we're going to have to go to the garage. Anyways, it doesn't...
You know what? We'll just post it on the Instagram.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out to the very first Life is Beautiful.
Fuck yeah. Now MJ and I don't do festivals anymore after the last Life is Beautiful.
I wonder if I'll be able to get in the next one.
I mean, yeah, probably not. I don't even...
Hey, guys, can I get in the VIP exclusive...
I mean, you'll probably get into that. I can't get into that if they haven't had Inspire.
I know. You're 86 from there. We're both 86. We're going to live our own Life is Beautiful life.
We'll just go... If the light-up's good enough, we'll just go into the festival.
We may just be one of the live podcasts at the festival. Who knows?
Hell yeah. It's already sold out.
Goals, guys, goals. Just keep rating and reviewing so we can get there, okay?
Give us help. Help us. Yes.
Will you be that one person that like actually is like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna download iTunes onto my laptop because I have an Android and I'm gonna actually do a rating and review. It's what I had to do for some of my favorite podcasts.
Yes. I think that's what Larissa, our winner last month, had to do.
Yes, she's like, I actually downloaded it, like, dial the whole like,
Fuck
shebang.
Yeah. You go, girl.
Yeah, so
We like you.
Yes, I think she's coming to the live show too.
Yeah, we gave her tickets.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But I think she was like, oh no, Sarah. She was our February winner.
Sarah is coming to the
Sarah
live.
Williams. She's like, thank you for the swag winner, and I already bought my tickets.
Takia is coming to the live show.
Shout out to T, because I just call her T. I'm nicknaming everybody, okay? If you don't like it, you can tell me when you see me, but until then, what up?
Justine said some of their friends, some of Brittney and Justine's friends are coming.
Okay.
I don't think Scott's coming. It seems like it's a girls' night out. Poor Scott.
He's looking forward to a night of like gaming or just watching whatever the hell he wants.
They did an April Fool's joke on him.
I listened to that episode. I was like, oh my God, I was waiting for it.
They were like, we told him that it was an episode that had to do with video games, so he had to be on it.
It was like a 7-minute episode. It was awesome.
It was.
It's about damn crime. Check them out. Hey, it's MJ.
And Bree. We are so excited to see you at our first live and interactive podcast taping Saturday, April 27th, 8 p.m.
And did you hear where it's going down? To fill you in, we have the world's first pole dance instructor, the lovely and talented Fanya.
Woo!
Oh, hey guys. Yeah, come down Pole Fitness Studio and enjoy a live podcast at my place. Pole Fitness Studio at 4265 South Arville Street, right across from the Palms Hotel.
I'm so excited. And a meet and greet after party at the Palms Shark Bar. We will be handing out tons of Keeping It Casual podcast swag to everyone.
That's right. You can also get in on our monthly swag giveaways. Just give us a rating and review on iTunes, and please keep sharing screenshots when you're listening to us on your Instagram stories.
Winners announced the last Wednesday of every month. We look forward to seeing you.
Woo! Cheers! Yay! I actually was I was getting in a show hole with podcasts, and I found some interesting new podcasts there's actually a New Music Friday podcast.
Ooh.
And there's I'm not going to say any of them because I haven't looked at them yet, but I was just like filling up my my add to my favorite shows and getting rid of old boring shows that aren't doing podcasts anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, this one doesn't even do shows anymore. Why am I have this on my list? So I will get back to you with some of my new favorite podcasts next week.
I've been doing...
I'm too busy with Kardashians right now, guys.
I've been all up in... There's a podcast called To Live and Die in L.A. It's a true crime story, of course. Because it's me.
Bree, are we listening to anything? Do you have any true... I'm curious to know, what are any of your favorite non-true crime podcasts?
Any of my favorite... Hold on, let me pull up my podcast. Savage Love.
Oh, yeah, Lovecast. Savage Lovecast.
Sex with Emily. My Girls, Muses and Stuff.
Muses and Stuff. This is a new one you've turned me on to. Talk about rock and roll. We're not gonna
rock and roll archaeology, guys.
Yeah,
go listen to Muses and Stuff.
We're not gonna spill too
they
much
do an
about that
episode
one
with
yet.
Pamela DeBar, and she talks about making out with Jim Morrison.
And she's your writing mentor.
She is my writing mentor.
Jamie Lee from Rock of Love, she loved them too.
Yep,
I keep calling her Jamie Lee. Jamie Ross. She
Jamie
knows.
Ross. I like Two Less Lonely Girls.
I never heard that one. Is that your Justin Bieber fan?
Justin Bieber podcast. I don't listen to Justin Bieber, but I listen to this podcast because it's one of the girls from Guys We Fucked and another really funny comedian.
Okay.
Rosebud Baker. And so Corinne Fisher and Rosebud Baker, they're both huge Justin Bieber fans, and they do a podcast about Justin Bieber. Guys We Fucked, another one I listen to that's not true crime. That's all I got. That's all my non-true crime ones.
Okay. I've got like one true crime. I was listening to Sword and Scale, but it got so scary.
Well,
they
got rid of it. I do listen to Disgraceland.
They're done with Sword and Scale?
Yeah, he stopped.
What?
He got in trouble.
Is there a new one? Because I thought
it.
a new episode pop up. Is it like a new voice?
His network got rid of him. He got in trouble. Like last October or September, it came out that he was inappropriate with women.
All right. Moving on. We're not going to shine any more light on that podcast then. But my favorite true crime podcast, absolutely Disgraceland.
It's music and
true crime. They just did like the Kurt Cobain, Courtney Love episode.
Did he do an episode about the Vince Neil killing the guy?
They did. Well, there's one that says Motley Crue in there. I did see.
It has to be that.
And I saw the Motley Crue documentary. Did we talk about this yet?
I hated it.
No, not the documentary. It was the show on Netflix.
The Dirt. I hated it.
You did?
I loved the book. Loved the book.
Machine Gun Kelly as Tommy Lee. First, I'm like, who is this guy? And then I was like, it's MGK. Hello.
Fuck Machine Gun Kelly. He tried to diss Eminem.
Well, I'm not hating on Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm gonna hate on Machine Gun Kelly because I will stick to Marshall Mathers for the rest of my life.
Well, I could love Eminem. I had his little bird-chested poster in
Marshall
my room.
Mathers. I'm just a regular guy. I don't know why. All the
Speaking of regular guy, Regular Girls is one of my favorite podcasts.
I know you love them.
It's like one of my favorite. I just turn it on to hear them ramble, and it's probably like
probably
why people like us. Somebody's told me that. They say, you're kind of my comfort podcast. Like I just want to listen to you and just kind of ramble while I'm like doing my laundry.
Good. Yeah, people say they feel like they're hanging out with their besties when they're talking to us. Yes, we want to be your best friends.
No, but Regular Girls though is Renee Paquette. She's from
WWE.
She's from WWE. She's a commentator, and then her like bestie. They're both from Canada. She's like in a comedy troupe. Her name's Stacy, but they just talk about bangs, like cutting their bangs and like what they're
going
wearing.
On bicycle rides with Birkenstocks on.
I made you listen to that episode, but I just love their like genuine, just casual. They do it on Skype. Renee lives in Vegas, and it's my goal to get her on the podcast, but she's with the traveling circus that is WWE, so I'll never make that connection probably. But if anybody knows her, hook it up.
Please.
Come on down, Renee.
We need to be your friend.
She already said on the podcast, she's like, I don't have any room for new friends. I don't want new friends. I'm like, what? I want all the new friends.
I mean, I understand both sides. Like, there are certain people that I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I just, I'm at friend capacity.
I know. I feel like I'm that person to her. I've reached out to her like, hey, we're in Vegas too. You want to come on the show? It's like, no. But then she has like 1 million followers, so
yeah.
I'd probably get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, that's what happened. No, I feel both sides. Like, I love making new friends, but like, if it's somebody that I'm like at a bad vibe, I'm like, you know what? I'm at friend capacity. I'm good.
You know what? We don't need to be Facebook friends.
Actually,
that's fine because
you don't need to be in my wolf pack. Have you ever you know what I hate? Have you ever had been having a conversation with somebody and somebody comes and interrupts the conversation and cuts you out of the conversation? That's one of the most annoying things ever.
Oh, just like somebody that comes up and alienates you and you're like, hello, I was having a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Get out of my face now.
Please leave.
Yeah.
You were not invited into this conversation. You invited yourself and then you cut me out of it, even though it was the conversation I fucking started.
That's a hashtag Trump power move.
But
it's
we
never
don't
respected.
I was gonna say we don't
only in some lights.
Yeah, we don't like that of people. I do cool Trump power moves.
We're gonna have, the Trump power move is like the dick power move. That works. We're gonna have to think of another power move.
I used to tell my ex-boyfriend, and this is probably why he broke up with me and cheated on me. I used to tell him all the time, well, I mean, we could hook up for a little bit, then I'll probably ghost you. That was my Trump power move.
I think I used to do that when I started dating somebody before I met Chris. I was single for 4 years before I met him, but that doesn't mean I wasn't dating everybody. Yeah. So I would just be the really cold, look, I'm super independent. I have my own house. I bought my own house by then.
Yeah.
I had my own radio career.
Yeah.
I was in my 20s, just fucking owning everything. And I didn't give guys the time of day. I was just well, now that you're in, but the ones that would make me chase them a little bit, then I would be a little.
Chasing is exhausting. I'm not about that.
But
isn't
it true though? The ones that are kind of a little standoffish, you're kind of want that more, and then you have a really cool guy and he's really sweet and respectful, and you're like, I don't know.
I haven't had any of that recently.
Well,
no, I have a guy kind of in my life.
Now you're in your 30s. Now that's exactly what you appreciate. But in your 20s, you're like, no, you're being too nice to me. Bye.
Yeah. In my you know what though? In my I used my 20s. I had boyfriends in my 20s or whatever. But I used my 20s. I didn't want relationships. I didn't want any of that. If I fell into them, it happened. But I just wanted to have fun and fuck musicians and.
Groupie love.
Groupie, I just wanted to be a fucking groupie, and
I never had a thing for musicians.
Oh, don't fall down that rabbit hole ever.
I've always been into
girls.
I don't know.
This is my piece of advice to you: if you are going to, if you are attracted to musicians, just have sex with them. Do not fall in love with them.
Oh, I don't like to stereotype anybody for their
I've
job.
fucked enough of them that I will.
But I mean,
don't fall in love with comedians. This is my problem. I date artsy men, and artsy men fucking suck. But I don't like non-artsy men.
Well,
I get bored with them. If all you're going to do is sit around and play video games all day, I will probably punch you in the face.
Well, yeah. So I've always been more of a creative brain. So I can't get on the same level with somebody who's just, I don't know. I make good work partners with people like that. But when it came to like people I've dated, I've had a few long-term relationships, and they've all kind of been that very grounded, like can do everything, fix everything. Extremely hot.
I look at Chris and I like he has creativity though. Like
he's
he's an incredibly creative man. It's just a different type of creativity than yours. And I've always been
he built the shark bar at the Palms.
Exactly.
We're having the after party.
Exactly. Like I've always been drawn to creative types, but I think it's the wrong creative types I'm going after.
Well, the aimless creative type.
Yeah. Let me live in my mom's basement and play guitar for the rest of my life. Masturbate and eat tacos.
Here's the thing. If you have a creative project and you believe in it and you're going for it, that's cool. But if you're not doing anything on the side to like really sustain your life and survive in general, like there's the creative types that are like, I know I'm good at this and I'm it's my side hustle because it's not making me money yet. So I have a real job.
Yeah.
But there's the ones that are just like, I'm just going to fucking do this because this is what I do.
And I'm going to be super famous one day.
Yeah. And it's like, well, how are you going to live in the meantime? Like, get your shit together. So there's that kind of little break in the creativeness where it's like, if your creativity is making you money, that's good. But if you don't know how to survive and...
We were going to talk about so much else, and then we just got into all the men we've had sex with.
No, we've got into... the alcohol.
The alcohol has made me talk about sex. It's because I'm not getting any. That's why.
So are you enjoying some of your favorite toy?
Yeah, I am. The one that Deja Vu gave away.
The big hot pink one?
Yeah, the big pink one.
Oh, that was a new love in your life this year then, huh?
Aww.
You just got it in Christmas time.
Yeah.
I gifted that one to a friend. And
I know.
Honestly,
it's changed her life. The guy I've been talking to, he was like, can I use that on you? And I was like, fuck yeah, you can.
Yes. It's part of the repertoire now. She's always involved.
He hasn't had sex in a while, and he like made some joke, and he was like, do people still go down on each other? And I was like, please?
Always. Since always and since forever.
Well, he was trying to make a joke about it, but he was just like, so people, like, guys still go down on girls, right? And I was like, in my book, they do.
Play that card immediately, okay? I mean, we talked about that before. It is a very power move. Do you wait for the guy to go down, or you just drop down and like show him like, I'm in charge here? That's more my move.
I show I'm in charge with my mouth, and I give very good oral sex.
I'm in charge. You're gonna have to fight me for power.
You know what's funny is my my post-ex hookup. Well, I had two, but the first one, my post-breakup hookup, he and I are still friends. We still talk. He listens to the podcast.
Yeah.
Hello, darling.
Shout out.
I'm not going to say your name, but he's going to be at the live show.
Oh, I can't wait to meet you.
He was like, it's weird because we're friends now, because we became friends. Like, we hooked up once, and then, we just became friends. It happens, whatever. I was like, I think we have a weird relationship to begin with.
It is a weird friend dynamic. He and
I have a weird, like, it was funny because, like, when we met, I was like, look, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I am not looking for anything serious. I need to fuck somebody. Like,
bring it out.
Let's do this. And he was just like, all right.
I think a lot of people relate from that. They go right back to something familiar just to be like, oh, it's comfort, it's respect, it's not a lot of expectations. Yeah. So I get that, but that can be a slippery slope as well.
Yeah, he and I are cool. He used to
evolved.
He used to, we evolved our relationship from like, I'm going to use you to, hi, we cool. He used to be the tour manager for the Dreamers, your boyfriend, Nick.
Oh, don't tell my husband. I think we all, even my girl, Sylvia. Yeah, we were all just like, Nick from Dreamers, we met him. You were just like, hi.
Well, he was like, I will never forget you.
Yeah.
I told my friend about that, and he was like, oh man, he's so funny. He was like, he's just like that. Like, that's who he is.
Yeah. I always think of when Jamie Ross was talking about Bret Michaels and The Rock of Love, and she goes, because you saw him being so genuine and sincere and just like so one-on-one with all the girls.
And she was like, yeah, he played off of you.
Yeah, she's like, what you gave him, he gave you right back. So there's people that'll just do that, and it's really powerful.
Musicians. So I got some really fun feedback for us.
Oh, hit me.
Okay, so my girl Carrie, I love you, Carrie.
Hi,
she was
Carrie.
in my she was in my writing class. She wrote into us a while ago and told us she used to work at the Palms.
Oh my God, she met Lenny Kravitz.
Yes.
And wanted his scarf to be wrapped up in it.
Yes.
Or something. Yes. Okay.
So she sent me a message and says, one of my favorite parts of the week is getting super high and going for a walk with my dog and listening to you and MJ. And I was like, I feel so fucking honored.
She's like, a couple weeks ago, I did go on a 2-hour walk.
Right? Well, we started talking about fitness and stuff because she'd listened to the Fanya episode.
Oh.
So we started talking about
Gotta
that, and
love
she was
Fanya.
asking like what I was doing with my weight loss journey, and I was telling her. But yeah, when she said that, I was like, you get high and you walk your dog and you listen to us, and I hope we make your day.
It's one of the best ways to do it, man.
Yeah, Carrie and I we relate a lot because we both have some like we both have like big depression issues, so like we could talk to each other about that. Like
That's
I was
good to have somebody to support and
I was
relate.
going through some shit, and I like reached out to her immediately. I was like, girl, I've been going through these I've been having these 6-hour depression naps, and I don't even know what's going on with my life. And she was like, you have a platform and use it. And I was like, you're right, I need to talk about it sometimes.
And I remember you mentioned it in the last episode. We kind of breezed over it because we were
doing other things.
Yeah,
and we'll talk about it. Like today's been fun and whatever, and I'm a little drunk, so we'll keep it real. And I'll talk about I really do think I need to start talking about what I've been through with my mental health and everything.
It's very relatable.
It is.
We definitely want to be fun and entertaining to catch up with.
Yeah.
But we've dealt with some stuff this year, and it's
Fucking
been
A.
hard. And I think a lot of us, we want to put on a facade and we want to move forward, and me being strong gives you some strength, and you want to do that, and you want to do that for me.
Yeah.
And we all want to do that for each other. But sometimes you said something really beautiful, and I loved it. And it was something about sometimes being strong for somebody gives them strength, but also sometimes just showing them that you have those same weaknesses also gives them strength. So,
It's true. It's true.
I love that. And
Yeah.
I think that's a real.
It's funny because you can look at somebody's life, like even our girl Brittney, for example. Like I looked at her as if I put her on a pedestal, and she has
Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Britney Spears.
We've been talking about our girls from It's About Damn Crime, so they're gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah, and now she's checking herself into a mental health facility.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard. I think we all go through some stuff, and it's highs and lows. It's highs and lows, and you have to remember that the lows
just because
will pass.
Yeah, and just because people seem online like their shit's together and everything's great, that doesn't mean it.
No.
So don't idolize people and think because they pretend their life is great. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm the first person to always pretend my life is great.
And it's the same thing. I just want to. I want to be strong for. I want to be
Everybody
strong for
else.
you and everybody and my kids and
Yeah.
my husband and my poor husband. Man, he's the one that gets it the worst. He's like he sees it all.
Yeah.
He's just like, ugh. Can I have a day? No, because I'm having all the days.
The
days are mine.
I read this in the book I'm reading, You're Not Crazy, You're Codependent. There was a line that was like, if I am not perfect, I am nothing. And that hit me in all the feels.
Ooh, perfectionism. God, we all strive for that, too.
We all
in a
strive for
weird
that.
way.
But that one really fucked with me because I definitely have this, if I don't come off as my life is great and everything's perfect and things are good, then everybody knows that I'm a fuck up, basically.
No,
and
you feel like a failure,
and I feel like a failure. I don't like to show my weaknesses to the world because I feel like a failure.
But you know what? There's also the practice of managing your stress and trying to hold it in. We have talked about this before. Where it was like, I can't just go out there and just letting my emotions fly free. I mean,
can't.
I can, but you also see people that do that, and you're like, oh, good God, back it up. Like I don't have. My friends list is at max capacity. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a balance, but
and I'm not like that. I am very I will deal with my shit myself, and. But I guess I'm giving a thank you to Carrie because you get to deal with my shit sometimes.
Yeah, and thank you, Carrie, for listening and going on your dog walks. And I hope you enjoy this dog walk. And we just, you got to find those people that, I feel like it's the friends that you can really talk out your reasoning for your emotional craziness, but it's the significant others that just get the shitstorms. They're like, why? Why? Good God, woman. Poor Chris. Oh, I love him. He's going to be at the live show if you want to get a good look at these sideburns. My sexy Elvis.
I will say that I do kind of miss having somebody to fight with. Like I know that sounds weird. When we would argue, it always led to this like beautiful place of love that we would share right after. And I miss that. Like, I'm gonna fight with you, and then like, oh my god, I love you.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, remember when you were and you're like, oh, we got this fight, this and that, and I said, that's what relationships about. That's what marriage is about. It's like, do I want to fight with you for the rest of my life? Because you will be fighting with it, because you're clashing, you're cohabitating, you're living this world together, you're trying to blend. They're trying to deal with our drama.
Trust me, I tell that to my girlfriends all the time. I'm like, well, do you want to actually date again? Because I can tell you it fucking sucks.
Oh.
And you know what's funny is I had a girlfriend come to me today for advice, and she was just like, I feel like my relationship is tumultuous. And I looked at her and I said, all of my relationships are tumultuous. Your relationship is something I strive for.
Oh, yeah.
And she goes, really? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, oh.
Dude, okay, let me tell you a ridiculous thing. Relationship and fighting is so stupid. And I remember this yesterday because I was ordering online groceries from Walmart, because you can do that through the app. It's a very smart life hack.
Yes, it is.
And I was like, I had to buy like toilet paper, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh fuck, man, I don't know what's the best deal. And I remember being in Walmart one day with Chris, and I was trying to be cute, and I was like, babe, which one should we get? Like, what's the best deal? Like, he's very good at math. He could look and say, all right, well, this one's the best deal, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I told him one day, I was like, see, I would never be able to live without you because I couldn't figure out which toilet paper was the best deal. And one day he threw that shit back at me in a fight. And he was like, you can't even add up the toilet paper. I don't know. He's like, you can't even fucking buy toilet paper without me. I was like, oh my God. Like, dude. Oh my God. It's true. I did that part of the online shopping. I did freeze for a good 5 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? Is the quality worth the extra $1? I don't know. You guys, you know, I got fired in January, so these things matter. All the little extra pennies count. But still, it's like, come on. But yeah, and that got me so mad. And even Kim Kardashian was talking about, sorry to bring up the Kardashians again. She's like, me and Kanye got in a fight because I wouldn't get him a Band-Aid. I was like, get your own Band-Aid. Like, fucking people fight about the dumbest shit. I mean, is that really what the fight's about? No, but it's, you know, we're gonna fight forever, and we're gonna get crazy emotional.
I miss having somebody to fight with.
Well, you know what? You're gonna find somebody who appreciates fighting with you even more.
We should wrap because I really have to pee.
Okay, well, let's wrap on that note. And also, guys, I think we dove into a really fun topic. Running into an ex is extremely awkward situation.
Give us feedback.
Please send us an email.
Yes.
We'll drop the info afterwards. All right.
We were trying to wrap earlier, and then we just got on a tangent. So let's just say bye. Bye.
Girl, that was fun.
Another fun conversation with you.
Yes. If you have any feedback, email us feedback@keepingitcasualpodcast.com.
My Twitter is Breemixed, BREEMIXED.
And I'm at MJ Radio Diva, any social platform.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Keeping It Casual Podcast. You get to see live videos, silly little photos of us.
All the dumb photos that we talk about. Anything photo-wise we talk about in the episode, it'll be there.
We look forward to hearing from you.
We'll be back with more gossip about nothing and
everything. Bye.